Hello, football fans. Well, week 7 is hours away, but let's go back and talk about week 6. It was a crazy week. Um, so much wild and wacky stuff happened, and that was just in that Thursday night game. But let's get to it. Let's take a look back and recap week number 6. So, yeah, so Chiefs Lions was crazy. And the Chiefs got the win, but it was what happened at the end that caused all the stir. So Brian Branch decided to choose violence and delivered a punch to Juju Smith-Schuster while he was helmeted. By the way, this doesn't surprise me. Brian Branch is kind of the dirty player in the team. I still remember he pulled some dirty hit in the game against the Packers. But yeah, so that led to this big brawl that happened at the end of the game. Of course, Brian Branch has now been suspended for a game, so he'll be out for the next game, which is against the Buccaneers. That's a Monday game, and they say this suspension came the wrong time because I've heard people say their secondary is a little off, but the Chiefs got the win. They're 3-3, and they're going to have all hands on deck from this point on because Rasheed Rice's suspension, the 6 game suspension, is now over, and he'll be back starting this upcoming week. It's going to be crazy. The sound you hear is some loud celebration in Nashville, big loud celebration, because this guy Brian Callahan just got fired a couple days ago. The Tennessee Titans lost to the Raiders, and that ended up being the last straw. Well, of course, all of last year should have been the last straw, but it is what it is. Callahan, who can't walk and chew gum at the same time, went 4-19, 4-19 during the year and 1/3 that he coached the Titans. And of course, it was a week before that they beat the Cardinals in a game that basically Arizona gave him. But Callahan was shown to pretty much not know what the hell he's doing, and I'm being nice when I say that. So yeah, so Callahan becomes the first coach to be fired this year. There will be a few. There will be a few more. I just know it. Oh boy, it's always something with the Dolphins, isn't it? The Dolphins barely lost to the Chargers, and now Tua's going out saying, "Well, players showed up late to players only meetings, this, that, the other." It's all of this public figure play by Tua is being seen as tone deaf, being seen as hypocritical, being seen as him avoiding accountability for anything. You know, shit's bad when you're a bigger soap opera than the Jets are. We all saw what the Jets did. Jets are 0-6. Jets are 0-6 and just hideous. Absolutely hideous. But somehow Miami, who actually has a win, which was against the Jets, seems to be a bigger soap opera. It's a mess. I think Mike McDaniel's literally begging to be freed from this. He wants to lose his job. I think he does. He wants out. It's a complete mess. It's a complete mess in Miami, and it's getting worse. It's amazing how far this team has fallen because 2 years ago, mind you, they almost won the division. Yeah, 2 years ago they were playing for the AFC East, that game between them and Buffalo, which ended the 2023 regular season. Now they lost that game, but they still made the playoffs with a great record. Great record. But they had to go to freezing Kansas City and lose. Now it's a mess. It's a horrible mess. But right now the state of Florida is pretty much glad hockey's back. They can, especially South Florida, they can just focus on the Panthers and drink in that the fact that they repeated, though a three-peat for the Panthers isn't likely, but still, it's much better than what the Dolphins are going through. The boys are back in action, and we took care of business against the Bengals. Crazy thing, that was our first win in over a month. Yeah, that was our first win over a month because after we went 2-0, we lost to the Browns, we tied, and then we had to bye. So we really had a lot to bounce back from. We really did. We had a lot to bounce back from, but strangely, the team that hasn't won in a month is now leading the NFC North because the Bears lost, the Vikings are off, and the Vikings are off. So not the Bears, the Lions lost. Unfortunately, the Bears won. Isn't that something? Bears beat Washington on Monday Night Football, and and the team we tied, the Cowboys, they lost to the Carolina Panthers. Oh dear. It's getting and on the day before Jerry Jones' birthday too. But yeah, so the Packers got it done against the Bengals. We got our payback on Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco beat us a couple weeks prior, but and here we are on top of the North, second in the conference behind Tampa, who beat the Niners this past week. If you needed any more proof that Josh Allen is not a top 10 quarterback, this is it. Who loses to Atlanta? This was this was the this was the first Monday game. Of course, the Bears started right after this one did, but but yeah, they never led in that game, which was crazy. The Bills never led in that game, and Atlanta was basically dominated, especially on the ground. Bijan Robinson had 170 rushing yards and a touchdown. I'm so glad I have on fantasy, but yeah, the Bills lost, and as a result of that loss, the Patriots are now in first place. Yeah, yeah. The Patriots beat the Saints, and of course, there's a first place tie in the AFC East at 4-2. But New England got that tiebreaker about a week before this when they beat the Bills on Sunday Night Football. So yeah, the Patriots are in first place in the AFC East. What is this? What is this? 2012? My goodness. But it's gonna be interesting. Oh, and regarding the Patriots, I think Mike Vrabel does have a case for Coach of the Year because of that. Ooh boy, it's wild. So that's week 6 in a nutshell. And here's what's in store for us for week 7, which starts in about 6 hours. And there's week 7, which kicks off the heart of the season. Of course, it's an 18-week season, and I always divide it into three 6-week periods. And that first section is over now. We're now into the heart of the season, which lasts from now till about right before Thanksgiving. So week 7 starts with Thursday Night Football tonight. A battle in the AFC North, a battle between the old QBs, Rodgers and Flacco. Bengals host the Steelers. That's on Prime. And then we have another early international game. The fourth straight week with one. Though after this week, we get like 2 weeks without one, and then the international games. We get 2 more international games after that interval. But international game this week is Rams and Jags in London. And as for the Packers, we're in Arizona, facing the lowly Cardinals. We have an NFC East battle between the Commanders and Cowboys. The Chiefs back and forth are at home hosting the Raiders. Of course, the Raiders kind of know how to beat them. Sunday Night Football is Niners hosting the Atlanta Falcons, coming off that win on Monday night. And speaking of Monday Night Football, we got 2 games again, but it's a pure doubleheader. We got Detroit, got the Lions and the Buccaneers first. And then late night, it's the Seahawks hosting the Texans. That's going to be interesting. I'm glad we're getting some late football. It's beautiful. So anyway, that's what's in store for us for week 7. So that is my recap of week 6. If you like this video, click the like button. If you're on YouTube, click subscribe. If you want more, if you're on TikTok and Instagram, feel free to hit that follow button. My story on week 6 on Vocal, there's a link above. Check it out where you can. And if you check out that link also has 2 additional stories connected to games connected to week 6. My story about the Eagles-Giants game, which also mentions the Phillies losing, and my story about the Jets. That's all in that link. So, and I'll be back. And when it comes to football, I'll be back this time next week. Well, not exactly this time. Hopefully, I'll be doing an earlier recap. But I'll be back to recap week 7 around less than a week from now. So stay tuned.